pointer finger and your middle finger knuckles. That's what you hit with. And then it continues down so that it's solid here, right? And you do that, right? If you don't do it correctly and you hit with these two knuckles, this is what happens, right? Then you send all these little itty bitty metacarpals that are in your wrist or in your hand into your wrist. Guess what you've just done? You just broke your hand. And now, can you fight with this hand? No. So you basically defanged yourself, right? You don't want to do that. Here's the option. So, because this is instinctive, or this, right? Or this, whatever it is. Open your hand up. Now push it out. Hold it out in front of you like you're pushing somebody, right? Now, you can take the same amount of force, maybe more, from when you're punching to doing this, which is more of a push, right? But now you can go, everybody do that. Okay. For those of you who are near a wall or a table, just do this. You don't have to do it super hard, but just go like that. Hit with the meaty portion of your hand. Right? You can pop somebody in the nose, you can push them on the forehead, you can hit them in the chest. And you can do this all day. Can you do this all day? No. Probably not. At some point you're going to slip and you're going to break something, right? So this is one of your options. And all it is really a push. You put your hips behind it and your shoulders, bang, on the chest, on the forehead, on the nose, whatever it's going to be. And it's just a push, right? Now, alternatively to that, you can make the fist again. But what I want you to do is, you're going to swing down, right? So, everybody hold the other hand up and do this, right? This is what we call a hammer strike. Now, this one, again, if you're by a wall or by a desk, this is what I want you to do. Just very lightly, just go like that. Okay. Now, because, if you hit someone on the forehead, on the nose, on the chest, shoulder blade, whatever it is, like this, it's a lot easier for you. And if you're coming down, you're actually using more of your body weight. Come all the way through them. Think about dropping your knees and your hips to bring this all the way through, right? That is a harder strike than you will get if you throw a punch. So another alternative for you, okay? So, we have two hand strikes now, right? Don't go home and put your kids in the head. Or I don't want to get any emails. Hey Vince, man, my wife came home and bam. But think about, this is a great alternative in the hammer. And the hammer, as we move into our elbows, okay, so everybody's got an elbow, right? You know what the wonderful thing about an elbow is? It's hard, it's strong, it's reinforced by muscle. But you know what? Wherever you can point an elbow, you can throw an elbow. So think about somebody being right next to you. Can you go out this way? Yeah. All right. Okay. How about behind you?
Yeah.
Here, right? How about in front of you? Yeah. You got up and you got sideways. Okay. And the easiest one is, again, you're here, right? The easiest elbow for you to throw is your right one, and all you're going to do is turn here, right? If they present whatever to you, an arm, their head, whatever it is, you turn and you throw that elbow. You don't want to hit with the tip, okay, unless you're going backwards. Generally, you want to hit with your forearm because there's a little bit of muscle there. And you want to do it with your hand open, okay? If you do it with your hand closed, it's strong, right? But if you do it with your hand open, it's stronger. You can feel it here in your forearm. Yeah.
Is that the strongest?
Yeah.
The side one?
Yeah, the side one. Coming in this way. And all again, you're going to turn, and we're going to do this. Yeah, just turn to do that, right? Same thing. Left side, your hands up. You turn your elbow here, right? That's all it is, and the more you swing your hips, the more you get your shoulders into it, the harder that strike is going to be, right? But when God designed us, He gave us all these weapons. We had to figure out how to use them. So you have elbows, and again, anywhere you point your elbow, you can throw your elbow, right? But watch this. Let me break for a second. Okay, Just for clarification, I only hit people if I need to. So if I throw an elbow and he's coming and I miss with the elbow, right, because it's too close, all I got to do is extend my hand, right? And now I got him with that hammer fist. So it's a combo, right? Or if he's coming at me and he's a little quicker than I thought he was going to be, and we get to here and I miss with this, then I just come down and I hit him with the hammer there. Same thing going back this way. He's coming at me, I might not get him with this, or if I get him with this, I'm going to get him with this too, right? So wherever you can throw that elbow, in most cases you can throw the hammer strike too. And you know what? If you're doubling up on strikes, you know, again, good boxing matches, you'll watch it 1, 2, bam, bam, right? Because you react to that first one, and that second one comes in right behind it, right? So the quicker you're throwing your strikes, and you know, we call it bunches of punches. If you're throwing a bunch, they're gonna move. They're gonna have to adjust to you. And if you're throwing quickly, one of them's gonna get in, right? And really, all you have to do is take advantage of that, and you know, get them, you know, for a half second to go, this is a bad idea, and then you take off. Right? Thank you. Okay.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried, a cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right.